Another interesting piece of information has just arisen on an article from the website True Achievements, where they had managed to find an achievement that sheds light on a certain reward in the game that will activate in relation to something that the player chooses to complete in the game. Whether or not this will have any relevance to the canon or the lore is not what we will be discussing today, but we will be going through some theories as to what you will have to do in order to gain this new addition to the game, Dead Space, that will be releasing on the 27th of this month. So, let's go through it. The achievement had been found in the Xbox Series S and X files for the game, in which the achievement is called Reunion, which could be a clue as to what it entails, like many games do. The description of the achievement is as follows. See the alternative ending on any difficulty. The article calls the remake as not a straight remake due to this factor. I argue that a remake is never meant to be a straight up copy of all of the assets as the original. Yes, a remake takes the original experience, but they traditionally remake it from the ground up in order to grant the player or the viewer a new experience, using new assets, with those either being brand new or recycled assets from the later entries. We already knew that the game would be incorporating assets from Dead Space 2, such as TKing the limbs off of dead necromorphs and shooting them at others or right back at them, and the zero-G flight mechanics along with mechanics from Dead Space 3, such as the optional missions, which brings us to my theory of the alternative ending. I believe that the incorporation of these optional missions will have a big role in how the conclusion of the game will play out, in which you may have to explore the chapters quite a bit and complete each optional mission that there is in the game in order to unlock this new ending, which will reward players in exploring the Ishimura and the colony, returning to old locations in order to access them later down the line, and some of these missions may just be hidden as to add more depth to that of exploration. Another possibility is that after you have taken the marker back to the pedestal, you will have a timer activate that may or may not be visible in order to get back to the shuttle before Kendra does. If you take too long to reach her in time, she could just take off, leaving you to face off against the hive mind and end up being crushed by the continental mass falling from the sky, and the people of Earth will be reunited with Marker 3A or the Red Marker. The same could be said for failing to kickstart the engines again in Chapter 3 under a time limit, and the ship will fall back into the planet. Or perhaps it will have something else entirely in store for us. But what do you think? As stated before, the first possible outcome I can see with the name of the achievement would be Kendra taking the marker back to Earth. Another one could be an extended ending. However, something I think is more likely to happen is that on your travels you will be given a choice to make, and that will lead into the ending, with either Isaac giving up and shooting himself or continuing on his journey. Or perhaps the ending could be that Isaac fails in bringing the marker back to the pedestal and becomes a necromorph himself, and convergence begins. But at this point, who knows? Apologies for the short video, but I thought I should cover this as I felt it was important to cover this information before the remake comes out, depending on when you see it. More content like what you have seen this month will be coming soon. What that is, I will leave up to you as a little surprise. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, then give the video a like rating. Comment your thoughts down below on this topic, and I look forward to hearing from you. Sign up to join the British Alliance today by hitting the subscribe button and ringing in the notification bell to receive all updates from the channel. Thank you to all of my channel members for your extra mile support. It really helps me in creating more content for everyone else to enjoy. And if you would like to become a member today to gain exclusive benefits, then hit the join button and select which of the tiers takes your fancy. And I will see all of you among the cosmos, and be sure to have a good one.